What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. We're in the White Room, Summer Madness 12, going down, gun title card, trying to make a stance on that EFB to let them know what they're about because they want all the smoke. However, Chess just took a terrible loss to gun titles. It's 0-1 going into this next battle. Tay-Rock versus Swamp. Would he be able to tie this thing up? Now, going into this battle, I knew that in order for Swamp to win this battle, he would have to be consistent. He would have to be consistent because we know what we're getting from Tay-Rock. We're getting 3 rounds of nothing but fire. 3-round fire, drama, and Tay-Rock is like a pit bull. When he locked in on you, he going to be locked in on you from the beginning to the end, all 3 rounds. He not going to stop till the battle is over. So I'm not worried about him. But would Swamp be able to match that intensity? Would he be able to come with it? Because the only way you can beat Rock, you're going to have to know how to use those angles properly. You can't really have no dry spots. And you're going to have to do more than enough. You got to know your opponent. Know the person who you're going up against. You have to do more than enough. You just can't come with it like, oh, I'm just do my 3 minutes. You're going to lose. You got to do more than enough. So I knew coming into this battle that may not be the case, and how I just didn't think Swamp would win because I'm going off the if factor. It's if Swamp do this. If he do this, he can win. And see, that's the thing. I can't go by the ifs. I got to go by what I know. Gun titles, down 0-1. Tay-Rock, try to tie it up. How would it go? Let's look into it. So Swamp and Tay-Rock come on. Swamp started out first. Let me just say, his first round wasn't really that good. It was okay. It wasn't that good. Too many stops. Too many pauses. A lot of those bars were too light. It was too light. A lot of them bars were too light. Too many pauses. Too many bringing it back to the point. When it get like that, sometimes they can feel like they've been up there for a long time, which they have, but thinking that they said a lot, which they didn't, because you keep bringing it back, not knowing that you ain't really saying nothing. You're repeating the same round 2-3 times. So we heard the same first round 3 times in the first round because he kept bringing it back, which means it don't count as points when I'm judging a battle off of points, creativity, bars, how strategic you are, and that first round I only gave him 15 points. It was light. It was okay, but it just wasn't good. And I knew it wasn't good enough for Rock. I knew it wasn't good enough for Rock. It was light. It was light as hell. 15 points I gave him. Rock come on after that. When Rock first round, Rock just went bananas. Then Rock got to saying, hey, I'm dedicating this to Chess. I'm finna, I'm finna get back for what just happened to my little brother. Because he lost so bad the shotgun should. So Rock went on a tear. That first round, it was just a wipeout over Swamp. I gave Rock 25 points to Swamp 15 points in the first. So it's 1-0, gun title, Tay-Rock going into the second round. Swamp come on in the second round. just a lot. Again, the bars was light. Every now and then he'll say something good. It just seemed like a whole lot of cussing. Like Swamp do a whole lot of cussing, but because he lacked vocabulary. Like every time he rap, oh this mud effort, this dick mud effort, this dick little B, this dick little. Like every line is set up with like all these cuss words and fillers because he lacked the vocabulary, because he ain't got a strong pen game. I'm just keeping it real. That's all I'm listening to as I'm hearing that. I'm like, it was light. I gave him 13 points in the second round, and I knew Rock was gonna do damage even then. Rock come out in the second round. Rock say something to the nature as saying Swamp was eating Raccoon. Rock had a line where he was talking about how Swamp was on live eating Raccoon, and he said something like, "They ain't got no chicken place down here, no BW3." Talking about down south. Down south crowd didn't like that. They automatically turned on him for the rest of the night. Just like what Rock did when he was in Philly battling against Geechee Gotti when he mentioned Cassidy. Same thing happened here. He mentioned something about down south country people eating raccoons. Y'all from down south. It was funny though. He said, where you live, I believe they probably still ain't let the slave free. They just wasn't feeling that. I think it was just the battle was at the wrong place for bars like that. It was at the wrong place for bars like that. Because most of the people you talking to Swamp while at the same time talking to the majority of people in that crowd who don't look at Swamp eating raccoon or possum as something out of the ordinary. You know. And they turned on Rock. They didn't really care. Even though Rock clearly beat him in that round two. I had Rock 18 points in that round two. I had Rock with the clear 30 against Swamp. You know, I just think Swamp has some lines here and there, but Rock is a whole nother different animal. You don't take battles like that unless you're going to come hard hitting all 3 rounds, versatile. You better have something to say. You better know how to work them angles against him. So Swamp would hit and miss, but he had a lot of drop spots throughout the day. Tay-Rock just gave him 3 rounds of drama. Crazy about this is, since Tay-Rock made those statements about him being a country dude from down south eating raccoons, and, you know, the crowd didn't care. They actually started rooting against Tay-Rock. They started going against Tay-Rock. They didn't even care. You know, they didn't care at all. Which I believe going to make things harder for gun titles as the rest of the night progress as a result of this situation that happened right here. Keeping it real. So they started going for Swamp. The votes was 50-50. When Rock clearly won this battle. All while Rock rapping, what they doing now is heckling. All while he rapping. They didn't care. He arguing with the crowd while he rapping. He threatening the crowd. Talking about, oh, I wish I could catch one of y'all. And then what? I guess he almost wanted to fight some people. That's what he said out of his mouth. He wished he can catch some of the people that was in the crowd heckling him. Then he was threatening them, saying that he ain't gonna say nothing until they be quiet because they wasn't trying to let him rap. You know what's crazy? he was getting into it with them, and they got to hating on him so bad. Rock clearly won this battle 3-0. But guess what the crowd was saying? Cave Gang down 0-2. They gave them a loss. The votes, the votes are 50-50, but everybody in the building, for the majority of people in the building, was having them losing as a result of that. So the way they called it on the live stream, they called it Cave Gang down 2-0. Gun titles down 2-0. So I'm saying to myself, like, But the fact of the matter is, they wasn't. Tay-Rock won this battle 3-0, but the people got them down 0-2. I got it 1-1, clear. I got it 1-1 clear. So I don't know how they want to call it, but what I do know, I'm Battle Truth. I got to keep it 100. Rock won this battle 3-0, wasn't even close. I got it 1-1. Going into the next battle, Surf versus JC, which some people may think that gun titles is down 0-2. But Tay-Rock clearly won this battle. I think Easy just didn't do enough. Too many stalling, too much hesitation. He just didn't do enough. And his bars was light. I'm talking about, it was light. He was saying a lot of light stuff. I thought he was going to come harder than this, but he didn't. Tay-Rock just lapped him, man. He just lapped him something serious. So, he got Tay-Rock with the win over Swamp, man. Easy 30, man. This was an easy 30. With that being said, man, it's your boy Battle Truth. And ain't my judgment, that's some question, is yours. Gun titles, 1-1, going into the third. Surf versus JC. Up next. Who's going to break the tie?